Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here with a businesswithtrading.com doing a trading strategy recap for Wednesday the 11th of February. And today was another really good day in the markets. We took 3 trades today and ended up with 9 points. So not too bad at all actually. We were able to get short up in here and we were able to ride that down and taking profits near the low here. And then, price did come back down. We got short right around here as the market started to roll back over. Got short in here. We actually did take profit down here and flipped it into a long. Price obviously chopped around a little bit, started to move higher. And we were able to take profit towards the upper end of this area here. It's actually, we took profit over here, actually. We were watching price come up, it started to roll over, we got out, and then it just got very, very, very choppy. We ended up closing early. We closed right around here. We got out of the market over here on this candle, and then we closed right around this candle here. So, we were talking about what we were looking at going forward, stuff like that. Whenever I close the room, I always give my analysis. This is what I'm looking for in the after hours. If this happens, I'll look for this. If that happens, I'll look for that. Stuff like that. Because in trading, I always say it's important to have a bias. A lot of people out there, they don't really know what that means. Having a bias doesn't mean I think the market's going up, therefore I'm only going to trade in that direction. I don't give a shit what the market does. I'm going to trade in that direction. That's not a bias. That's called stubborn or pig-headed or asinine or ignorant. You could use any of those terms or combine them all together to form some new word. It doesn't really matter. But having a bias means you're prepared for the market. If the market does this, I'm going to do that. If the market does this, I'm going to do that. You can relate a lot of it to programming logic. I grew up, as sort of a hacker. If you guys that know me, that have spoken to me on the phone, or that are members of, one of the services, trading course, anything like that, you've met me. And, you know that. But those of you who haven't, I was a bit of a hacker in high school. I was the guy that realized, I can skip school and then just get into the computer system and make it seem like I was at all of my classes and still pass. Because in reality, like once you get to a certain level of high school, you kind of know everything. There's nothing that you can really learn that will propel you. This was back in the 90s, in the late 1990s. I graduated high school in 1998. So back then is different than nowadays. Nowadays you can have courses at a college. You could literally go to high school at a college. So you're learning all of this new stuff that will actually give you college credit. That's actually pretty cool. But when I was younger, that's what I did. And I'm a college dropout anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I learned best on my own. I could teach myself something much faster than sitting through a class of some people are stupid, some people aren't. Everyone learns on a different pace, so, but it takes forever, and I know that. There are certain things that, I would probably want help with, like if I decided to learn violin, someone else could help me, but, I will progress a lot just because I have that learning pattern. Shooting a gun, I already know how to do that. I can get better at that on my own. Learning a language, I can learn that on my own. They have programs out there like Rosetta Stone, for example, and they have other programs that really are good. but they also have programs out there where you can learn a language and then go to that country for a couple months and just get immersed in it. That's pretty good too. So with everything, there are different ways to go about it. Today was one of those days where we were able to just make money. I was short here, I was short here, but yeah, I was short biased, yes, and I was short biased coming into the market. But I knew if something happened, my bias would flip. And that's the type of bias that I'm talking about. You know what you know where you're going with that knowledge, and you know how to get to your destination with that knowledge. You know, you know that you can learn certain things on your own better than with other people, and then you know that certain things you need some help at. Like basketball, for example. I learned a lot from other people. I played against people who were better than me. I learned a lot from that. And with sports, that's how you learn the best, is playing against people better than you. Yeah, you're going to get beat a lot, but you're going to learn something from each and every victory. And that's something a lot of people can't do. And that is very, very synonymous with trading. It doesn't mean you have to lose money to learn, but it just means that losing doesn't mean that you're a loser. It just means you lost. That's all that it means. But a lot of people like to compare that, I lost, I'm a loser. Just like I'm a trader, I have to work. I have to work as hard as I would as a trader as I would at a company. And usually that means trading. If I'm not in a trade, I'm not working. And that's where that overtrading comes in. So having a bias has a lot more to do than just having a bias for the day. And a bias for the day means, I think most likely the market's going here, but if this happens, I'm going to change. I'm going to do that. That's what a bias is. A bias isn't being pig-headed or stubborn or asinine or ignorant or, a few other choice words that, my mom wouldn't want me to say. But that's what it is. That's what it's all about. So we had a very, very nice day in the day trade room. In the swing trade room, a nice trade that we've been in for a little while is crude oil. We got short right up here at 53.80, and we took half off at 52.50, and then the other half we've just been riding. We ended up getting stopped out today at 49.50. As price started really breaking down, we moved our stop down to 49.50, and ended up getting taken out. We could have taken profits down here, but that's usually not how I roll. I was thinking the oil had much further down, but it didn't. And it is what it is. But it's still a very, very nice gain. Okay, so let's just take half of the position that we had, the 53.80 all the way down to 49.50. One contract, you're looking at $4,300. It's pretty good. Because let's see here. We got in on the 9th, and today is the 11th. 2 days. Let's see. We got stopped out at, I think it was this one. Well, what was the high? The high was 49.48. So we got stopped out on this one actually. So 12 o'clock, and this was like 1 o'clock. So around 1 o'clock 2 days ago is when we got in. We got out around 12 o'clock today for $4,300. That's not a bad gain at all. A lot of people would like to have something like that. And the more contracts you do, the more you're going to make. What if you traded 100 contracts? What if it was only 10 contracts? Or what if it was just one contract? Looking at it from that perspective, that's really how I think trading is supposed to be. The more you trade, the better. And it's not the quantity of your trades, it's the quality of your trades. And then once you get good, how many contracts you can actually trade. This first trade here, we ended up getting out of 52.50, which was right here around this candle. So 5 o'clock to 12 o'clock, what's that, 5 hours, $1,300 in 5 hours, risking 300. So that's definitely not bad at all. We made a trade. We ended up entering last night. It was an order that we had out for 2 days. We had an order out there for 2 days. We finally got triggered last night. It chopped around a little bit. Went in our favor today. So far we're up, I think 4.5, 5 times our risk right now. And the trade has a potential to be, 15, 20 bagger. And we risked, it was very minimal. It was like maybe $300. Whenever I enter, it's usually 2 sides. So I assume 1 contract for each side, and that would be $300. And we've already we're up 4.5, at least 4.5 times our risk right now. So, it could turn into something really nice. And when you're trading like that, things can get very, very good. And also, when you're making those type of rewards, you're allowed to have some unsuccessful trades because they don't even matter. If you're making 6 times your risk on every trade and you have 2 unsuccessful trades and 5 successful trades, it does not matter at all. You're like, I had these 2 unsuccessful trades and they just got eaten up with half of this one trade right here. It's just awesome when that happens. So wanted to talk about that a little bit. I hope the bias conversation really, meant something. That really drove home a point. You can definitely, leave any comments, feedback, stuff that you've learned in the past that has really been a negative in your trading and overall just life in general. Because trading really, life and trading really is very similar. How you are as a trader does come out in your life. So feel free to leave comments. You can also email me directly if you don't want to share with everybody else, but you want to ask a question, that's fine. That's what my email is here for. That's what my phone is here for. So support@businesswithtrading.com is my email. With that, thanks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.